I would say I go bike riding usually a few times a week. During the winter, not as often, but in the spring and summer, I go definitely a few times a week. I mean, bike lanes, I feel like, make me ride a little bit slower. They make me, like, slow down. I'm in no rush. I'd rather, ride a little bit safer than getting into another accident. Like, when I first started biking in New York, I don't see the aggressive bike riders, like maybe a lot of messengers using them all the time. I still see them weaving in and out of traffic, and it's cool. I totally understand. It might be a little bit faster for them, whichever route is the best. But I mean, for bikers who are just riding casually and in no rush to get someplace, and yeah, I think bike lanes are great. More neighborhoods, more streets should definitely have them. Either way, you're going to still have pedestrians crossing in front of you and cars parking on the side and double parked and, people opening their doors without looking. But I think it definitely raises an awareness and makes it much safer for people to, ride with a little bit more caution and take it a little bit slower.
Yeah. I mean, I definitely consider myself a bike enthusiast, and I'm all about it, whether or not I'm out there every day. But I am a proponent of bike lanes, but I do think I like sort of the standard bike lane more so than the new one that you're asking about. I think that it's completely sufficient, and I'm not sure if it's less safe than these new ones where they really separate the cyclists from the cars. I think that a bike lane in itself is fine. And certainly those ones on First Avenue, people definitely just walk down them like it's a promenade. I mean, people are just camping out in there. You see people all the time. It's one thing to step off the curb. It's another thing to just parade down the bike lane, thinking it's an extension of the sidewalk because there's a significant barrier between the bike lane and the street where the cars are. So it's become an extension of the sidewalk. But yet, you still have to make those left-hand turns, so people still pull right in there anyway. And maybe it is like a false sense of safety because you're in that bike lane separated from the traffic, and then you get to the corner at the light, and sure enough, the cars can come right in after all. So I don't know if they're all that much safer. I think for me, you just need a bike lane, and that's where I'm going to usually ride my bike if it's available, if it's an option. But I don't need to have that barrier. That's sort of my stance on it. I like the bike lanes, but I think that's a little much.